Welcome to the shop here today. Brian with you. I want to examine now with you this beautiful 19th century, mid-19th century prayer book in full leather, like so. You'll notice that the spine compartments are really beautifully stamped. The covers are outlined, gilt ruled with these devices in the corner, and it actually has the early original gilt presentation of being a gift book, like so, on the front cover. You'll notice all the edges of the text block are gilt, and the turn-ins here are gilt decorated as well. There is an early theological school bookplate there, 19th century, and there is this, look at this inscription right here, 1840. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Yeah, in Burlington, New Jersey. And you'll notice there is a steel engraved frontis with a steel engraved half title there. It's actually signed by the engraver down here. And we see that it's 1836, Book of Common Prayer, and it's stereotyped. There is a small little old blind stamp for that theological institution, and a small little stamp here from 1964, probably a deaccession date or something like that. I'm not really sure why that would be there. But at any rate, this is how it survives internally. There is this steel engraving here. You'll notice this one page here, someone has removed a little section, which you almost never see in books. Rarely do you see something like that. But the binding in the book is interesting enough, and the date is interesting enough, and the whole as an object is fascinating enough, that I think in this case we can say we're going to forgive that defect in this book. But I want to be very clear that that does exist, and so if that's a problem for you, it's no problem for us. Don't purchase the book. It's quite okay. But if you can live with that, then you may enjoy owning this book as an object, because internally you'll see here that otherwise it is complete, and it is a nice example of this type of a religious gift book of this era. And once we get further back here, we'll notice that there is, in fact, a second title page. It is for Psalms in meter, and we have here 1836, and this one is like so. Here are the Psalms in meter, and that is all complete and sound and tight. And there's hymns like that until the book ends with this alphabetical table of first lines. Here's another one like so, a register of first lines, and there we have it. And I should point out also that this front joint here is cracking noticeably, but the board is still very firmly attached, as is the rear cover. The binding is still solid and sound, and the book is priced, will be priced according to these faults. And it's a good example of a book that has a flaw that someone has done, removed a little small section of it for some personal reason. But it still is an interesting book, and it's still worthy of ownership. And it has a nice appearance, and it is available now online from me, Brian DeMambro.